to talk about this stuff, with authenticity and being yourself and being true to yourself. Because I get a lot of people here just putting their own what they expect of others to be, their own agenda, their own mold they follow. They want you to behave and be like everyone else, basically. And damn, it's dark even for me. And they expect others to behave and follow a certain. I'm going to use the spectrum here, the color effect here. A certain behavior, and I get asked a lot, why you do this, why you do that, why do you look like that, why always these whys, and there's no really simple answer to why I do what I do, why for example, why I cross-dress as a dude, and why I don't see myself as this or that and just express myself freely doing what I want to do without giving really, an agenda or ideology behind it. Just do what I feel is the most authentic thing to myself, and makes me feel good, and I like doing what I do. That's all there is to it, to be honest. And I get a lot of people who come here assuming I am in a certain way, that I follow a certain norm or behavior, and they put their expectations on me. Like, do I even need to mention all of these sissy cross-dressers that follow me here and write, these silly emojis, this fake femininity, this fetishized toxic feminine view, and all of these childish kiss emojis and stay beautiful comments, all of that crap. People that doesn't even know what beauty is to begin with. They just have a fetishized fantasy view on beauty, and they try to put it on me, and that pushed that narrative on me, and it's so tiresome. And because these people don't have their own authentic selves. They don't even know who they are. They don't know who they are themselves. So they just want to be like somebody else, and something they found admirable, interesting, sexy, whatever makes their brains work. And so they try to push that narrative on people like me that are authentic to the core. Totally authentic and do their own things, doesn't follow any norm, any expectations, any kind of collective thought form. So it's very difficult being authentic, because you will always go against the tide. You will always be against everyone who hasn't found and discovered what being authentic is, who the real you is, who the real they and who they are. I ask people a lot of times in the past, I asked them, who are you, man? Who are you? And they go like, I'm just giving generalizations now. No, nobody I've actually known that has these names, but like, who are you, man? And they go like, I'm Steve, 28. I work here, or I live, I do this and that. And then I ask him, no, who are you? Really, who are you? Then I just told you, I'm Steve, 28. I live here and there and do that. No, who are you? And I start getting anxious and confused. Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. You see who I am. Like, no, who are you? Then they start, like, the entire worldview starts to break apart, basically. Then I ask them again, who are you? And then they reply, I don't know. Good, I reply then. Well, we made a breakthrough. We're getting somewhere. Then they start like thinking, who am I? Really, who am I? I'm not just Steve, 28, working here or living there, studying here, doing this and that. What the fuck am I, That's when you're becoming authentic. And what happens when you're starting to become authentic? You become self-aware. You become self-aware and conscious for the first time. And most people are not conscious. They are autopiloted, mechanized. They follow systems and scripts, to put it that way. So people are not conscious because there is no real you here. There is no you in that sense that there is no Steve 28 working here or there or just studying or doing that. There's just an observer, a consciousness that is behind the temporary experience you're having as a human. So you're having an experience as Steve 28, but you're not Steve 28. There's something else behind it. That's the observer. But most people don't understand that until they get awakened to the observer and they understand their consciousness that pilots their human flesh body in this experience. They will always remain without inner monologue, unable to observe their emotions, the emotions of others, the consequences, the behaviors of themselves and others. They will not be able to do this until they become conscious. And most people are not conscious. So that's where the term derives from, this is a slandering word for people that are not conscious, NPC today, devoid of inner monologue. It basically means devoid of inner monologue, or everything I've been talking about here. And authenticity leads to you getting inner monologues because you start questioning everything about yourself, who you are, who others are, and all of these things start coming together, So you cannot be conscious without being authentic in that sense of the self, conscious of the self, becoming the observer. So even when I post my videos myself here, I posted a stream a few days ago. I was like broken and a lot of anxiety and depression, even the sentimental and all of that. And during a live stream, I was very conscious observing myself having these emotions as a human. It's weird because I can see myself, observe myself from a third perspective, like in a video game, going through all of these emotions, knowing that's not the real me, it's just the experience I'm having, but I'm allowing myself to feel that. And as a human, that consciousness behind it can observe it. It's fascinating because being authentic is not about perfection, trying to become a perfected facade, a perfected being that has no flaws. Being authentic is admitting you have flaws and weaknesses and pain and suffering and anxiety and all of that, and still have a purpose and be able to observe it and understand why you exist and who you actually are. You are not that person lying on the bed crying or sad. You're not that person that goes to the job or your studies or whatever. You're not that person. You're just observing that person. The real person is the one observing. But who is the person observing? That's another question. Completely other topic. It requires to think more outside of the box, step outside of your limited worldviews on your creation and why you exist, basically. And so like I said, in the stream here is very different from the previous one. I'm obviously not broken on a bed anymore, so my states of mind, they change from hour to hour and day to day. Thankfully, it's all about balance to me. And being authentic, I show myself authentically on this stream here, on this vlog. I am not into the pretentious, pretending to be something, or pretending to be perfect. This is the entire reason why the world is like it is, so disconnected, because everyone is not authentic and being fake and being not aware or conscious and observing themselves. So I'm not even showing myself today because I just wanted to clarify that we are just an observer, basically. I'm just an observer and observing myself having experience as a human, expressing themselves in a lot of myriads of ways on this vlog here. Yeah. So This is why it's so difficult to label what I do and why I am the way I am. You know, it's like no point in doing it. You will always see these weird streams and weird posts about esoteric, mystical stuff, synchronicity, psychology, ideologies, different theology stuff. This channel is not about being cute or dressing up and having, some kind of fetish behavior. It's way, way more complex than that. And it's expressing myself as a human, the entire experience, basically. So I had this intended from the very first beginning with the channel, to be honest. I had it in, was part of my master plan. But I just needed to conduct some shadow work. And the shadow work was accepting my anima, accepting my cross-dressing and why I did it and why I do it, and admitting it's part of me. Stop hiding, stop pretending you're just this normal dude that's like metalhead and looks angry and pissed. You have another side. You've been hiding it to the world. You've been hiding it from everyone, including yourself. Admit it is part of you. Stop denying yourself. Stop denying your shadow. So I just admitted it, and I just integrated it, like Carl Jung talks about the philosophy behind the shadow. I integrated it. I accepted my feminine side, and finally became more balanced and whole. So I started uploading these weird videos like years ago, where like behaving like a typical fetish like person, but then I started to integrate everything special I had planned for it in the channel. Slowly, getting where I was intending to do with it, and of course, expressing yourself, your sexuality, your fetishes, and your weird kinks is also part of being authentic. Authenticity, accepting who you are, accepting everything about you, integrating your shadows, because a lot of people have shadows that are kinks and fetishes and they don't take responsibility for it. They start acting weird. Sometimes they goes overboard and becomes like a sadistic, illegal behavior even. So yeah, it was always intended for that purpose. I started this vlog, to be honest. Not a single person understands why I do what I do, but it's okay. If you think I'm just some dude wearing dresses, wearing makeup, and being cute sometimes, well, that's on your own limitations and your own perception abilities, to be honest. But there's always a purpose with what I do. And it's usually related to philosophy and spirituality and the mystical. But a lot of people think it's just some superficial admiration crap. I couldn't care less about it, to be honest. It's all about authenticity as a human, showing the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, the strong, the everything, So reality passes through the brain before we even get to decide what we think. We're in this way, twice removed from reality. You have a point there. I didn't know people were watching the stream because I get so carried away with when I start talking. It's like I'm having like one of these. It's like I'm going on. If you're going to put that new age stuff into a picture, bookworm, so I'm going like the channeling my higher self. It's just talk and talk and talk, and everything just flows. There's no script. I'm not scripting anything. I'm just in the flow. If it gets interrupted, I get pissed too. So like I just unleash it. What I have inside. Like it's a state of mind I can't describe. So usually when I'm in this mode, I just want to unleash it, and focus on the task at hand, So usually I do these streams early too, so I know there's not many people that will distract the message in that sense, because I just want to get it out and not make a long video I have to edit, because when I edit it, it takes a long time and it's just obnoxious. I just want to get it out, everything. But like I was saying earlier, most people, they don't know what being authentic is. They don't understand authenticity, and they are not even conscious observers of themselves in this reality. and they get really frightened when other people are conscious and observing themselves and observing others. And yeah, it's difficult being the observer, knowing that you're just a human having a temporary experience in this reality, because everybody will try to push their own narratives and their own thought forms, to put it that way, that are by design in this reality. They are not even aware that they have these thought forms, because they are not in reach the authenticity to see through all of these lies and programming and becoming conscious of their experience as humans. So yeah, that's why people are the way they are, unfortunately. Some call them NPCs, like I mentioned earlier, NPCs or sheeple. NPCs and sheeple, you know. But I try not to go into the entire separation where you just try to put yourself above everyone else and elevate yourself as something superior, because if you have that mentality, you will eventually just become corrupted and arrogant, and there won't be even, you know, the only difference is your pride and ego, basically, from the others, apart from you're self-aware, but you're just a toxic, like malignant, to put it that way, because we have all been separated and completely asleep at one point. We didn't start self-aware and self-conscious in that sense. We didn't know we were observers until a certain point we reached a certain awareness state of finding out who we are, you know, because like I said earlier, not many people know who they are. And but like I mentioned previous in the stream here, a lot of people, when you ask them, who are you? They reply, yes, I'm Steve, 28, I work here, or I'm John, 36, I do this. And then, but if you really ask them, who are you? Again, they go like, but I just told you. No, who are you? They go like, who am I? I don't know. Then we're starting making a breakthrough. People will start understanding. They don't know who they are. And what are they? They are not they're not that person they think who they are. Like that guy that goes to work or does this and that, that's not who they are. That's just the experience they're having. Who is the real person behind that? It's not even a person in that sense, it's an observer. But who is the observer? When they start understanding, damn, there's an observer behind this. I'm starting observing my actions, my life, my mundane things I'm doing. Then they're starting to connect to something higher in that sense. Then they become awake in that. And that terrifies people. That I usually do that with people I talk to sometimes in real life. Like they ask me, you know, who what do you do? Who are you? And I tell them I am an observer. I tell them I'm observing myself and observing humanity. And then I ask them, what? But you like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I ask them like, who are you? Yeah, I'm this dude. I go this and that. You know me. You know I do that. Like, no, who are you? They go all quiet and unpleasant. They become I think I become completely, you know, like feel unpleasant with the questions. Then they replied, and I asked them again, no, who are you? I never thought about that, man. I don't know. I just think I am my name and my age and what I do. That's not really you. I asked them, who are you? And they're like, you can see how their brain starts like short circuits and everything, you know, the expression. Like, whoa, I never thought about that. Yes, a lot of philosophy. I'm very interested in philosophy and obviously spirituality too, and the mystical and all of that. But philosophy and overall, like my dad used to be, when I was alive, he was both a philosopher and a poet and all of that. Mystical too. So we had all of these conversations from my youth, you know, about the purpose of existing, who we are, why you exist, who you are, all of that. So I've been like always drawn to all of this stuff. Can't even socialize with people that aren't observing, conscious about their observer, basically. because it's like talking to a machine that follows code, basically follows a script, optimized behavior, much like an NPC character in a video game, computer game. That's not me. That's not the person you see in the mirror. That's not you. People don't understand that. That's not you. That's just that experience you're having. The observer behind it, that's the real you. This is just my experience. I always do that. I watch myself in the mirror, intensely, and I get into this high trance-like states of minds where I just become one with. I get so detached from reality that I start observing everything from. It's hard to explain, but I see my own reflection in the mirror and I understand it's not me. And it's me looking at myself through the mirror, understanding it's not me either. It's just a projection. It's just a experience that an observer is having. And it's so incredible when you have that experience. I recommend it to people. Just stare at yourself in the mirror, in a dark mirror, in a room, for a very long time, your eyes, and you will start understanding what I'm talking about. It's called mirror scrying, in case you haven't done it before. And you will reach like states of minds you haven't probably had before. It's terrifying to some people. Honestly, it's terrifying. Don't recommend it if you're like weak of mind and get frightened by different states of minds and having your own reality shattered in that sense. But I've been doing it for a long time, and when you do that, you start you understand what I'm talking about here in the stream more profoundly. So yes, I needed to get this out on the stream, just talk about all of this, because in my previous stream I was, you saw it. It wasn't one of my good days, but like I said, this is all about being authentic, this vlog, showing everything, in the Carl, even in the Carl Jung model of this, basically, I don't follow his worldview in that sense that I'm a follower, but it's very similar to how he reasoned about the human psychology and consciousness, with the persona, the ego, the anima, the animus, the shadow, the higher self, all of that. I'm integrating all of those aspects in my vlog here, where I do this vlog. So it's people just think I'm into dressing up and being cute or something like that. No. This deep psychology behind what I do. It's been that from the intended design from the beginning when I did the vlog. So just sharing some of my thoughts behind my purpose and my experience here as an observer, and why I did what I did with this channel, what was the actual intent of it, because a lot of people don't understand what the purpose behind it, because they just see these videos of me in dresses and makeup, and they don't understand there's something deeper behind it, that follows a certain narrative, to put it that way, but without actually having a narrative that is about shaping somebody to my worldview. Simply just expressing myself, but there's something deeper behind it. So that's what I wanted to say today, and thanks for listening, by the way, Bookworm. I appreciate it. Just wanted to get this out. Because I'm in the flow now. I've been doing lots of research, and I always research all of these topics, and I always do share my own conclusions on other places, and my own knowledge and stuff, because I'm not only on this channel, I have other channels, but I keep this private and non-connected, because I don't want everything connected, and I want my message to be delivered sometimes without having to show the actual person behind it, because I want it just to be a message from an observer to other people's observers. So uh, everything has a different purpose with what I do. This is probably what I why I got the INTJ on the Briggs Myers test. You know, apparently we are like masterminds according to the personality type, like in the shadows, but masterminds, and always have like a purpose with what we do. We can't do things without purposes. So I'm like this hermit, you know, like hermit that nobody knows in real life. You can't even find the information on me if you Google me, even if you knew my entire name and surname. I don't exist basically. I'm like a shadow. I have no credentials. You can check up nothing. It's like I don't exist. I'm just an observer to this reality. That's usually what I call myself, an observer. So if somebody asks me, "What's your purpose?" I'm an observer. I observe myself and observe humanity. That's what I'm doing. So I'm one weird ass dude on YouTube with a vlog. So that's what I am, like an observer. So if somebody asks me, what am I? An observer. So I think I ran out of what I wanted to say more now, because I've been at it for like almost half an hour. Started earlier. I think there was nobody on the stream when I started talking, so now my brain is getting like my mental energy is going down again, because it takes so much energy for me to even speak. Normally I don't speak at all. I can go hours and hours and hours without speaking, not a single word. Like everyone thought I had selective mutism in the past because I didn't speak in class, I didn't speak anywhere, I don't speak. Sometimes I don't even speak when I'm spoken to. I just nod or, you know, make some kind of expression with my face or hands, saying and implying I understood what I said, you know. But I hate talking. I hate speaking. I completely hate speaking, because it's waste of time and energy speaking. You can rarely get your true message, your true observer self out in just words, using your mouth in that sense. I wish people could just read my mind and just assimilate my knowledge in that sense, but it's impossible as humans at the moment. So just hate speaking. When I talk to people in general, I always tell them, please get to the point. Yeah, I sound rude when I do it, but I get to the point, because sometimes it's just waste of words and time and energy. So I hate speaking unless I don't have anything, you know, very special to say that can. Otherwise, it's just waste of time. Like small talk, it's complete waste of time to me. It's nothing more uninteresting to me to conduct in when it comes to behavior or small talk. So I don't know. I don't think I have any more things to add on the stream. I might come back some other time on another stream. I don't know, but today I just wanted to share these thoughts with my subscribers on the vlog, because as you can, my voice doesn't even come out properly. It sounds like I'm in puberty or something. But because yeah, I make a lot of posts, you know, about my topics of interest, and people think I'm just shitting or they don't take any piss or something. With no, that's who I am. They haven't just understood. This is who I actually am. It's like the videos I post are just a short reflection or like an expression of who I am, but it's not really who I am. It's the observer behind it, like I said. So there won't be like a stop in that sense of the weirdness on the vlog. I won't stop making these posts about synchronicity and philosophy and mystical stuff and all of these weird things that I post that people don't want me to post, because they just want to be everything so simplistic and so easy and normal and as possible, like everyone else, so easy to explain, you know. They want the simplicity because they can't handle the complexity of reality. So I will always stay me, regardless what people want. I will always stay me, authentic as fuck. I will always stay authentic. So there's like no point in changing what I am. It's impossible. It's impossible. You can't change me to become like you. So this is the point of the stream here: authenticity, authenticity, and becoming conscious of yourself, who you really are. So that's what I wanted to get out with the stream here today. It's early in Sweden. It's very early in Sweden. Like, no, not very early, but it's like uh, not afternoon, but the time before afternoon. What's it called? Noon. Ah, my English sucks. Sometimes I lack the words in English. I normally don't speak English more than when I'm on YouTube and on my streams. I speak Swedish only in here. Spanish too, because I'm native to South America originally, so I have this weird Hispanic Swedish accent in English. Spanish is Hispanic Swedish accent. It's strange. Yeah, I think I'm done for today, to be honest. I think I'm done for today. But thanks for joining in still, Bookworm. I appreciate that you just took your time to listen. And maybe we can talk more on the next stream when I'm more social in that sense and actually want to interact and not just channel my observing, you know, channeling my higher self. That crap. I want to use the term higher self because it's so, to me, it sounds so new agey, you know. But the observer behind, that's what I want to point out, basically. So, yeah. It's going to be one of those weird streams people watched after it's been uploaded. Like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, then they go like, who am I really? That's a good point. I don't know. Oh, what the fuck? I have to think. Oh my god, my brain. Yeah. Sorry for the sinister smile or laughter. Yeah. I'm kind of a trickster, but I have good intents. I have like Heyoka, trickster personality according to these weird tests. I'm kind of a prankster clown, but with good intents behind it, you know. Yo, I'm getting out from stream now, and so thanks for dropping in, Bookworm, and having a good day, and everyone watching and all of that, and don't forget to find out who you are. Goodbye. See you around then on the next stream, people. I canceled. Yep, cancel. See you next time.